abdomen, open abdomen, immediately see greater omentum coming down from the greater curvature of the stomach. Over there, lesser curvature, so you can see the lesser omentum going up to the liver also giving the falciform ligament connecting to the anterior abdominal wall up to the level of the umbilicus. It will come all the way down till here. Okay, liver here, covered by peritoneum in this region, can't see anything more than that. Gallbladder over there, reflecting the omentum. You can see that the omentum goes down in 2 layers, comes back in 2 layers, joins into the transverse mesocolon. What you see here is the transverse colon. What you see here is all the transverse mesocolon, root of transverse mesocolon. Okay. Cannot see. Okay. Here you have ascending colon, which is supposed to be retroperitoneal. I think I just tore something. It's fine. Supposed to be retroperitoneal. Caecum is here. Appendix is over here. Appendix begins here.
What is this thing?
I think he just farted into his intestines. Okay, beginning of the appendix running all the way till here. Okay, little appendix there, and then the root or the base of the appendix continuing on as the tinea coli of the large intestine going along the ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. Not really visible. It is running all the way over there and it is fixed to the posterior abdominal wall because, like I said, it is supposed to be retroperitoneal. Coming over here into the sigmoid colon after once it passes the pelvic brim. Sigmoid colon, intraperitoneal, again palpable and easy to remove. Here we have the small intestine, the jejunum and the ileum within the coils of the mesentery.
Differentiate the jejunum and ileum.
Yes, we will be doing that. Here you can feel the pylorus. 1 second. Stomach going all the way till there. So pylorus should be here only.
Pylorus comes below.
Pylorus is here. You can feel the difference. Just squeeze it.
Okay.
Squeeze this part, and squeeze this anterior part. Puchki, gatti, puchki. Pylorus here, duodenum here, going up here. This part you cannot really remove. Okay, detached from the posterior abdominal wall when I pulled at it. But yes, this part onwards it is retroperitoneal. Just fixed, cannot move. This part I cannot remove. Continues on as the jejunum. Okay. Continuing from that retroperitoneal duodenum from all the way over there, here we have the beginning of the jejunum. Jejunum. Now the jejunum is longer, about 3/5 of the small intestine is the jejunum, including the duodenum, about 6 meters intestine. Jejunum is supposed to be not very visible here, but it is supposed to be thicker with the wider lumen, thicker walls. Thicker wall, wider intestine itself with a wider lumen as well. Jejunum.
Show the arterial arcade.
Yes, we'll be doing that. Here we're supposed to have the ileum. Ileum, you can feel that the walls are thinner, the lumen is supposed to be smaller, more Peyer's patches are supposed to be here. Ileum. Iliocecal junction over here, right at this place, where you can find the caecum and the appendix. Okay, whatever you have over here, this thing will be your mesentery, connected to the posterior abdominal wall at the root of the mesentery that you see running obliquely along the posterior abdominal wall, all the way from I think L2 vertebra to the right iliac fossa over there. Okay, that will be your root of the mesentery. Next, moving on to proper differentiation between the jejunum and the ileum. There is no exact point where jejunum becomes ileum. Some features are present, some are absent. You want to see the arterial arcades. they are present along with the veins, along the same path as the veins. So we'll just be considering that. So here you see that there's longer vasa recti, but fewer rows of the arterial arcades themselves. Like here you see a singular row. Here you can see them becoming one row, two row. Move on further, you can see a couple more rows. You have one row here, another row here. So they will progressively increase until you get to the ileum, where it appears as a spider web sort of structure with multiple rows, but the vasa recti do appear shorter than they did back in the jejunum, where it is very, very long. Also, the windows are supposed to be closer here than they are in the ileum, but again, I don't know. Okay, there it is. There you can see that the windows are further apart than they were over here, but they are very crowded.
Fat deposits are more in ileum.
Ileum has more fat, yes, it progressively increases. It's fattier at the ileum. Fat is just there as a storage thing, not much significance, honestly. Storage and protection. Sorry?
Which one is more transparent?
More transparent.
Wherever
based on the
fatty
fat.
content is less, that will be more transparent. So this one should be more transparent than this. You can actually see that that is the case. This is harder to see without the light. This I can see without the light also. Very easily visible. ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. That is about the small intestine ka exterior. Interior is we'll be doing that on that table. Large intestinal features that might differentiate the large intestine from the small intestine. First of all, you have hostrations which are sort of visible. This looks a little distended, which is not normal, but it's okay. There are supposed to be, okay, you can somewhat make out here that there is a constriction in this area, a dilation in this portion. Dilation here, constriction here, dilation here, constriction here. Those are hostrations, point number A. Point number B, the base of the appendix is here. Base of the appendix continues on as the
Tinea coli.
tinea coli, which is the band that runs along the anti-mesenteric border. This is the mesenteric border, this is the anti-mesenteric border. And then it's again not very prominent on our very skinny fellow. Outpouchings from the peritoneum, that is the mesocolon itself. Those are your appendices epiploicae. Over here also you can see some, here you can see some, here you can see some, here you can see some. They were more prominent on sigmoid, I think, if I remember correctly. Here you can see them properly. All of these are your appendices epiploicae, which these three features are missing in the small intestine, present on the large intestine exterior, which is how you can make out. That is all, nothing else to see here. Second part of duodenum, unfortunately retroperitoneal, so we cannot see the major, the common bile duct entering into it. We will see that